This is I call the meeting to order. This meeting of the Sacramento Cable Commission. Briefly, before we start the meeting, I just announced that the meeting of the Sacramento Cable Television Commission is being videotaped in its entirety and will be cablecast without interruption on Metro Cable 65, the Government Affairs Channel, Sacramento Cable System. Today's meeting can be seen on Sunday at 7 p.m. and will be repeated again on Monday at 10 a.m. Members of the audience who wish to address the commission, if you would please fill out one of these green forms. They're in the back of the room, and give them to the clerk, and we'll make sure that time is given for you to address us under the appropriate subject, or at the end of the meeting when we hear from people who have matters that aren't on the agenda. And also, please, when you address us, speak into the microphone up there, so it will be picked up and made part of the official record of the commission. Also, make sure you state your name. In addition to that announcement, the Sacramento Cable Television Commission has been in closed session. We have really been meeting behind closed doors up there to confer and receive advice from our counsel regarding pending litigation and potential litigation with Pacific West Cable Company, Cable America, Eugene Jacopi, United Cable Television Corporation, and any public entity insurers pursuant to California Government Code Section 4956.9 sub A and sub B sub 1. Did I miss? No, Cable America. That's right. But also, we had a personnel matter that we were discussing in the executive session. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Fletcher.
Here.
Pope.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Ferris.
Here.
Castanis.
Here.
Toby Johnson. Scratman Johnson. Strang.
Okay, item number 1.2, since 1.1 on our agenda has already been taken care of. Do I have any comments or questions or motions from the commission members?
I'd like to move that we make an interim executive director appointment in the place of Mr. Smith, and I'd like to commend Bob in that same motion for the work that he's done with us, and wish him good luck with his new adventure, or re-adventure with the Sacramento Housing Redevelopment Agency. And to commend Bob publicly for the work he's done in the same motion, recommend that we appoint Rich Esposta as the interim executive director of our commission.
Very good. Any
Second.
Any other comments from commission members? Anybody in the public want to talk to us about this? Please call the roll.
Fletcher.
Aye.
Pope.
Aye.
Collins.
Yes.
Ferris.
Aye.
Castanis.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I am.
Okay, welcome aboard, Rick.
No speeches for Bob?
Well,
No speeches for Rich?
Rich will take over. I assume that's at step E of the equivalent to a principal analyst
Yes, correct.
series of 54.
Yes, do we,
Yes, that was the intent of the motion.
Yeah. I also had one additional suggestion, and that is consideration of an adjustment of the administrative service officer, the cable commission classification to equal that of the county classification, similar class.
I'll move that staff recommendation.
Seconded.
moved and seconded. Do we have any questions or comments from commission members? Does anybody in the public wish to address us regarding that matter?
How about the 8990 position schedule? Is that included in the...
Terry, was that included in your motion?
Yes.
Yes, that would.
Okay.
That was the one that was attached that we had.
Right.
Yes.
Does anybody in the public wish to address us on that matter? Please call the roll.
Fletcher.
Aye.
Pope.
Aye.
Collins.
Yes.
Ferris.
Aye.
Castanis.
Aye.
With that, I will express my pleasure working with you for the last 7 years and turn the meeting over to your new interim executive director, Richard Esposto.
I think, Rich, you're going to have to come up here. You can't hear you back there.
We all know that,
Bob, it's wonderful. You will come back with some sort of real presentation or something, won't you, Bob? You're not just disappearing like a puff of smoke and...
I should just tell, so people don't think I'm just running out trying to escape. I have had a toothache for the last 2 days, and my dentist told me he would take me in at 4 o'clock in Fair Oaks. So
on your way, Bob.
I'm on my way, thank you.
You'll take it all right.
He knew Toby was coming in the door. Okay. Item number 2 is we have some awards to present. The first one is to a former employee, Peggy Baldwin, who's not with us this afternoon. I have a resolution here for her. Rich, I guess, would you please make sure that she receives this and is aware of...
She will.
Okay.
She's in Santa Cruz and was unable to make it up today.
She's where?
In Santa Cruz, where she's moved to.
That's really not...
Actually.
That's no excuse.
We'll also forward your final paycheck.
Yeah, maybe we should hold it, force her to come out of that.
She probably preferred it as a check, actually.
That's right.
We will need to formally adopt that resolution and the other stuff.
Okay. Well, I think we have officially adopted this already, last week, didn't we?
No.
We have not?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay.
Just sign them.
I think, why don't we have that, and we have some other resolutions here.
I'll move all the resolutions if you need that as a
Okay.
motion.
We do want to
So we
make
can make the
we do want to-
presentation.
Right.
I'd move adoption of those resolutions.
Moved by Supervisor Collins.
second.
Okay, second by Mr. Stannis. Anybody wish to make comments on these resolutions before we adopt them? Okay, please call the roll.
Fletcher.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Barrett.
Aye.
Stannis.
Aye.
Toby Johnson.
Yes.
Poe.
Yes. Let's see, the first one is to the Sacramento Community Cable Foundation. It's for the Overall Excellence Hometown USA Video Award. Is Joel here? Contreras? Yeah, Joel. We have a resolution here to give you for, I guess this is the video right here, isn't it?
Yes, that's the video, and it also has some of the news reports that were cast as well, so you can see the entire aspect of both the video that was in competition and won, as well as the reporting that went on after it.
Thank you.
I think it's really something for the viewers who are watching this. I think there are a few who watch this.
There might be.
Yeah.
You could write it down.
I will here, and that's a good point. But for the viewers, this is given for overall excellence in programming, so it's not just for one particular program or series of programs. It's for quite a few programs. It's in the largest cable program competition in the country, which I think is something to say for the Sacramento community, that we have a fine group like you presenting this type of programming. And so I'll come on down, Rich, and present these. Matter of fact, I'm going to take the rest of them, since we've got several people doing all sorts of good things in our community.
Great.
Oh, I don't know if you have any comments.
So this is the actual award that we received.
Oh, that's you.
That's lovely.
Great.
And I would like to say that it did involve our total effort, which involves training, the public outreach, the programs that were produced. I mean, they looked at everything, and I guess in summary, what I'd like to say is I know we're preparing for the 21st century, and I think in the future, people would look back at the decade of the 1980s and see that we had strong public leadership, we had a welcome reception by the community, strong support, we had an outstanding staff, we've had volunteers on our board, we've had a response that has been just absolutely terrific. And I think that in the short space of time that we've had, we've managed to reach a peak. But the decade of the 1980s, I think we'll see the real fruition of these efforts and the seeds that have been planted in the 1980s. And for that, we do thank you and the others who have preceded us. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Goldie Hall, our very first chair, as well as Norm Hartman. These people have devoted numerous hours to survival and now to its eventual success.
Good. Joel,
Thank you very much.
We're the ones to say thank you, because you've done a good job, the commission's done a good job. And so here's the resolution. Hang it over there in Columbia Community Center, where your offices are, of this very nice plaque. Thank you guys very much.
Well, thank you so much. And
Keep up the good work. It's just I'm going to stay down here, and since we've got several of these different people, I think one of these, the seniors, we seniors folks have already been up here before, but I'm happy to have you back up here. Yeah. Have everybody come up here?
Sure.
Frank, I know.
Frank McPeak's here.
Frank and Ken Allen, and let's see. Are these neon night? No, these are different. That's right. Let's have we seniors.
We'll have all these we seniors stand up, because it's a cool back in the village.
I think,
Come on,
yeah.
you stand up.
So, people who watch on cable channel 65 can see some of the people who have put their time and effort into this program. And we want to say thank you very much. Something to have our cable TV system, this channel, these people, all these different groups, winning so many awards. Quite something for these two to be proud of. So Frank, we have resolutions here for really the whole group. They belong to everybody.
Can't do these things alone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you especially, you guys know what it is. So I'll give each of you these and just, again, say thank you very much for your efforts. Thank you folks for all your efforts for doing this. We appreciate it.
Thank you for making the facilities there.
Well, that's right. That's the least we can do.
I want to say a couple of things. We do want to thank the commission, as Frank has, because without the commission, it wouldn't have been possible. Then without the Cable Foundation staff, and would they stand, please? Please. They're the ones who have trained us. They have sweated blood by trying to be patient with us and guiding us and directing us. Without them, it wouldn't have been possible for the We Seniors group to have accomplished this. And we accomplished this in 3 months' time.
That's something here. Well, display those proudly over there at the Columbia Community Center, and so everybody who can see it.
Thank you.
What we have is Glenn Goldberg here. Glenn, right here, for the Northern California Center on Deafness. They produced finalists in entertainment category, right there. I just have a very nice resolution here for you folks, and want to say thank you for your efforts and for your production. Keep up the good work. You're adding a lot to the Sacramento community.
Thank you. Because of the support of the commission and incredible staff, especially Jenny Hale and the commission staff, the NorCal Center on Deafness here in Sacramento is now probably the foremost producer of sign language community TV programming in the country, and we're proud and real grateful to you for helping make it possible.
Wow, outstanding. That's I think people can see it was our hope when we had this community channel that we would be able to take these facilities to all parts of our community, and everybody in our community would be able to enjoy the benefits of it. And you can see with the We Seniors and the Center on Deafness, everybody's getting a crack at this fine facility. It's being a benefit to all. And also now is Bobby Curry. McCurry. Finalist in Performing Arts Series, for Neon Night. And Bobby, we'd like to say thank you very much for this effort, and thanks for making it to the big time national. Yeah. And I know we're going to see your group back up here again next year.
Yeah, I hope so.
So thank you very much.
I wanted to, again, thank Jenny, because if it hadn't been for her support, I never would have done it. And all of the people on the crew, we all went through all the classes together, and that's where we met and learned as we were doing it. And I'd like to read their names.
Oh, please do.
There's a lot of us that aren't here. Ron Browning and Brian Costello's here, and Tim Latham up on the camera, David Michael, Kim Korich is on the staff, Susan Pikowski, Marianne Ridgway, Christy Anderson, Pete Robinson, Eric Levinson, and the logo for our t-shirt was designed by my daughter, Laura Hedden. And this is all just an incredible surprise. We, when we started the show, we were just honored that we got to enter the contest, let alone be finalists.
That's awesome. Very good. Thank you. That's the fun part of the meeting.
Yeah. From here on, it's work?
Yeah, from here on, it's work.
I think Randy's next on.
Yeah, Randy.
As you may recall, this happens to be the Foundation's turn to give a brief report about the activities of the past quarter or so.
I think they've demonstrated themselves.
It's been a pretty incredible week, or quarter that we've had. I just like to take an extra minute here to like introduce you to some of these wonderful staff people that we do have here. You have Karen Moody, raise your hand. David Spangenberg, who with Ron Cooper back there worked all night to put the overall excellence tape together. So they really. Jenny Hale in the middle of what you've heard referred to from a couple of these folks about the kind of help that she has provided. Kim Korich and the unbelievable Donna Parsons-Lane. For the report from Dallas is where I did a workshop at the National Federation of Local Cable Programmers Convention on promotional techniques. People there would like to figure out how they can clone someone like Donna and spread her around the country in organizations like ours. She has done a tremendous job for us, so these folks are terrific. We also have, in addition to our chairman of the board, who you've met already, Joel Contreras, Michael Hayward, who is our vice chair, is also here. So we are all a very major team effort to make this happen. But again, we cannot thank you enough for helping us survive that difficulty not long ago, right? Just then, real quickly, I also provided for you, in addition to the other information, a one-page summary of our original programming statistics, and we are extremely happy that we continue to set new quarterly records for original programming. As you'll note on there, from April through June, the last quarter of the last fiscal year, a whopping 513 original programs were cable cast, which represent 301 hours. So people were presenting programs at the rate of over 100 hours of original programming per month, which brought our totals for the fiscal year to nearly 1,600 programs and almost 1,000 hours of original programming. And as you can see now, through when you add on the July figures that we've just completed, we now have presented 3,333 original programs thus far, and counting fast, over 2,100 hours. The bottom of that page also shows you something else that we have begun to track at the beginning of this year, and that is, where are these programs coming from? And just briefly, I can summarize it by that chart by saying that 2/3 of the original programming that we have presented has been produced here in Sacramento. And of that 2/3 of the original programming, 75% of it, 75% of the the locally produced programming is produced through the Cable Foundation's facilities. And as you know, an important factor of the community programming documents that we have here is that it's up to us to strive to produce locally produced programming, and we're doing that just as hard as we can. And we're excited that the percentages of the community program that we present has been developed right through our facilities, and we intend to see that continue to increase. So again, folks, thank you very much. It's just a real wonderful situation for us, and don't forget that on, was it August 22nd or August 23rd? 23rd. I'm talking about the nationwide telecast of the Hometown USA Video Festival.
Have you got a date now? What is the date?
The awards ceremony, it's 23rd.
We'll go for the 23rd.
At 7:30 on...
Read your program.
Or at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock? You've got a program guide in there.
Yeah, that's right.
It'll show when it's on, but anyway, you'll get a chance to see a lot of very wonderful excerpts from wonderful programs developed around the nation, including right here. So thank you again.
Thank you. I want to congratulate Randy for an excellent job of leadership with the foundation. You've commented on the work of everyone else, Randy. I'd like to give you a little bit of attention too, because you've done a great job for us here in this community. After all, if it's not public access, why do we even need cable? Why do we want it? We've got to have public access. That's why that's what made us work for it. We know that cable television serves the community. We know it's going to be there. But the fact that you have access to that technology is the very reason the seniors, the interest groups, all of you, that is the reason that we've all been fighting for cable television in this community, so that we can have access to this technology, so that telecommunications can be a part of our lives on an everyday basis. And you all know that there's more to television than turning on the boob tube and just looking. Now you have a sense of what's involved, and that takes a great deal of work and leadership, and Randy, I want to commend you for that.
Okay, we move on then to item number 3.
Thank you all for coming,
Yeah,
by the
thank
way.
you.
You're more than happy to stay through all the work sessions.
Yeah, don't leave at once. Okay, item number 3, our staff report. Rich?
2 items related to insurance. First is a recommendation that we, excuse me, renew the immediate perils liability policy. We've done this routinely every August. Money's in the budget. The bid for this year came in about $200 less than last year. Secondly, the county risk manager has received bids for a physical perils breakage policy for our programming equipment. It's come through at $3,700 and some change. The commission has approximately $200,000 in programming equipment. This annual policy seems very reasonable. We had an $8,000 loss last year of the camera from this building. I recommend that we use funds in our equipment reserve. This was partially budgeted in the budget already, and go on ahead and authorize the county risk manager to obtain this policy for us. This will include breakage, droppage, theft, and the equipment in the van in the case of an auto type.
Any questions from commission members? Does anybody in the public wish to address the commission regarding this? Do I hear a motion?
Want a motion on that and a separate motion on the playback schedule?
I think we can probably take 2 motions, one motion covering both items.
Yeah, I'll comment on that. The change in the playback schedule for August is to accommodate the budget hearings here at the county.
Yeah.
Maybe it just shifts a little bit.
We don't have a problem with that. Is there a motion for that? Isla?
Programming schedule, leave to somebody else. Yeah, no, move approval.
Okay. Second by Ms. Ferris. Please call the roll.
Fletcher?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes.
Ferris?
Yes.
Costanis?
Aye.
Poe?
Yes. Cable Commission status report. So I see,
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
On the Commission and Council matter on the agenda, I did have one matter I wanted to report to you upon. Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission, your former director, Mr. Smith, referred to me during the month, since your last meeting, a proposed contract by the Religious Coalition for Cable Television with the initial franchisee, and asked me to determine whether or not that contract complied with your channel use agreement. You'll recall that a representative of the coalition spoke to you last month at your meeting and described this agreement. Regrettably, I've concluded that I have no alternative but to conclude that the agreement as proposed does not comport with the terms of your channel use agreement with the coalition, and I've given you a written opinion to that effect. Primarily, the difficulty lies in the area of the commercial purposes and the definition that has been traditionally and historically applied by this commission to all such agreements. Additionally, as I suggest to you in the opinion letter, there is a difficulty with the use of a public access channel for this type of use, because it appears that the Cable Communications Policy Act envisions the use of leased access or commercial use channels for such a usage. Additionally, because of the conclusion that I reached based upon the agreement, I did not address any constitutional problems that might arise from the agreement. I'm really not sure what the direction, if any, the Commission would want to give. I have referred a copy of this to counsel for the coalition, Mr. Eisen, who is very skillful in these matters, and hopefully he will have some suggestions. But I did want to convey to the Commission members the result of my investigation and evaluation of that agreement.
Any questions from Commission members?
I would, yes.
Mr. Costanis?
I'm just wondering what our next steps will be. We will hear from them, I'm sure. I would request that our council work with the Council for the Religious Coalition and give us a joint recommendation so that we can deal with it as hopefully at our next meeting.
To me, that sounds reasonable. I think Brent has taken the step. He's forwarded his comments to their council. He hasn't received a reply back yet.
In fairness, this came on us so late in the month, and I was involved in trial. I'm sure Mr. Eisen just got it in the last day or two, if that. So I'd like to have an opportunity to talk with him about it and see what the coalition's position would be.
Okay.
I can report back to you next month on that if you'd like.
Okay. Any other discussion on the council's report? Moving on to item number 4, the cable system status.
Did we take the vote on that?
I don't think we need to take a vote on Brent's motion, do we?
No. Did we on the other?
Yeah, we did on the other.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't know if Sacramento Cable, I don't know if you want to say anything at this point.
Dick is sending Jonah.
Well, he's been on vacation.
I have a stupid.
Don't want to ask questions. You don't want to answer questions about the new rates, right? That's real courageous.
He's saying up his flag.
Mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I'm Joan Hendricks with Sacramento Cable Television. First of all, there are two things that I'd like to comment on. First of all, we wish Bob very well in his new position. We're going to miss him a great deal. Dick and I have worked with him, as well as Carrie and some of the others on the staff for a long time. I go back to the days of the United Tribune cable negotiations in May of 1983. And I can understand why the city and county would like him to take over this new position. He has certainly served, in our opinion, the city and the county well. He has held our feet to the fire at times, but he's always been fair and just, and we've enjoyed our relationship. We wish him well. Second thing I'd like to say is, as the cable system, the best overall excellence award for the foundation, their channels on our system, we are very proud of what they have accomplished and delighted to be part of it, and wish them well in the future years. As far as our report for this month goes, our subs are 168,000 and they're level. They have not changed. We are at this point in time with leveling off on the construction, not gaining, but we hope that will continue to grow in the future. I think everybody has seen the articles on the rate increase and also the possibilities of some channels coming down because of the syndicated exclusivity decisions. I'd be happy to try and answer any questions that anybody has. I can go on and talk about...
Good. On that exclusivity,
Your options are to either remove channels or run dead time. You'd have to keep a running log of what local stations are carrying programming and whether that programming is exclusively supposed to be in an area, and then you'd have to black out that station during the time that program is running on that station.
That's basically it. What happens is that the independent stations in this market, in this system, have notified us and will continue to notify us in the future of programs that they have bought that will be run exclusively on their stations.
Okay, so in our area, that would be like Channel 31, Channel 51,
58, 40,
58,
and 40, and
19.
And the networks.
and also the networks, 3, 10, 13.
Oh, they also, it's not just the independent, it's the networks too. So boy, that covers just about
Everyone, and what they do is they notify us as to what their programs they have paid for. We have to take those out of any distance signals that we bring in, such as Boston, Dallas, Los Angeles. And it basically would mean that there are large blocks of time that our systems would, those channels would be black on our system. The other problem is that we have over 5,000 movie titles that have been given to us by the different stations. It's not only series, it's also movies. It's enormous.
Movie title?
Movie titles.
That's obnoxious.
Well, so, and this was a ruling that came from like
the FCC.
The FCC, okay, and is it a ruling that has been court tested, et cetera? So I've been asked.
Court tested, it's been appealed. Pardon? It's been court tested, it's been appealed. Everybody has had their say in it. They're even trying now to delay it, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, and it will go into effect at the beginning of next year.
This is not fair.
Yeah, I think that, the reason I wanted the explanation is because I've been asked questions and I don't know what the answer is, and I think that that just needs to be explained probably to subscribers as well as to general public in whatever forum we can.
The company is working to find other sources of programming to put up in place of those channels that we have, we already have replaced the channels we have taken down. But if we are forced to take down the channels at the end of the year, we are looking for good programming to put up, which would substitute for those distance signals.
You know, for example, on the movie situation, if a channel here, one of our independents, not to have it say purchased Batman, and they show it once during the month of August, but some other station elsewhere that you carry also purchased that movie, and they are going to show it 5 times during August. You can't show it on that other channel at all?
No.
You have to wait for just the one showing locally?
Right. Is there a time limit?
There are dates on the contracts with the providers of the program.
But I can see it's an administrative nightmare, right?
Enormous.
Sounds like it.
That's not fair. Okay.
So you're going to lose how many channels then?
Possibility of losing 3 or 4 more.
And you plan on replacing those, John, with other?
We're looking at a number of different possibilities. I mean, HBO and MTV are both putting up comedy channels. CNBC, a new channel that is up, which deals with business programming, might be a possibility. In addition, we're also looking at other sports providers, Sports Channel America, possibly putting them back up with different programming, so we can substitute for a lot of the sports programming that has come down. That's, we regret deeply.
Yeah. January takes effect?
Excuse me?
January.
Okay, any other questions from commission members? Thanks, but no thanks. It's not your fault.
As an aside, the trade magazines report court case and legislation at the federal level to delay Syndex, but it also comments that it's not likely.
Oh. Okay.
Pacific West was again invited to attend and declined. Their quarterly report for the period ending June 30th arrived yesterday, and they report 142 subscribers and provide us a franchise or license fee of $364.63.
Okay. Very good. Item number 5.
5 is our continuing reporting of Sacramento Cable's construction progress to date. Each month since April, we've seen movement towards the goal or the target date of August 23rd that was agreed upon several months ago. The progress has been reasonable, or unless it hasn't been exceptional. These next 3 weeks or 4 weeks will tell us where we'll be at the end of the month. This time next month, we should have some data, and I suspect it will be October before we have hard numbers as to the status of completion as of August 23rd. I do understand that Zach Cable may wish to comment that some of the downtown was activated.
As Rich said, construction is proceeding, and we have been meeting reasonable compliance. If you look at the back page of your agenda, you can see the completion summary. We are in the process of getting the 3,918 homes, and MDU units completed. This week we released 400 single-family units in the downtown area. In addition, we have released 500 units, almost 500 units, MDU units. Governor Square West and Capitol Terrace are both been activated, and they will be marketed within the next couple of weeks. Governor Square East is about to be done and should be activated within the next couple of weeks. That would reduce that 3,918 down to about by 1,000 homes, or close to 1,000 homes.
1,000?
Close to 1,000, right.
That's good. So downtown is wired and getting signal?
Yes.
Not all of it?
Riverview Plaza is also activated and on.
Oh, good. That's the new senior,
Yes, it is.
good.
And the junior colleges are all also hot now. Liz told us.
Okay, any other questions from commission members? Item number 6. Nobody from the public wish to address us? Hearing no comments, any other matters from commission members?
Need motions to receive and file the staff report?
No, I don't think so. Very good. I'll entertain, I don't even need to have a motion to adjourn.
Our next meeting is,
a month from now, September
7th?
September 7th.
Yes, September 7th will be the next meeting at 2 or 3 o'clock?
2:30.
2:30 here in the Rise chambers. Okay, hearing no other matters, meeting adjourned.